Yeah, live.
Yeah, how are you telling her? You see now. Is it possible to ask us questions?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask.
Yeah, you can ask questions. Ask questions. Is it left? Where? On YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Those who are still enjoying coffee that other end, please come in. Johannesburg Central, are you here? Let me see your hands. I don't trust you. Johannesburg East. Johannesburg North. Johannesburg South. Johannesburg West. Thank you, colleagues. Today we are hosting Gauteng teachers. Some of us who belong to that era. When we talked about Gauteng, we are talking about these people, Johannesburg. So we're not talking about Benoni, but we're talking about Johannesburg people. So you are welcome, colleagues, and we're going to have a very long weekend. we understand your situation, but I think that you understand our situation better. I'm saying that we understand your situation because almost everybody here is smiling. Something happened to your bank account. But we appreciate that you are here. Colleagues, I'm just saying that no, we understand. And also you must understand why we called you here. Because we understand. So you must also understand us. Firstly, colleagues, as we welcome you, we need to indicate the purpose of you being here. That it is for a simple reason, that your learners are not performing as per our expectations, including yourselves. And we think that together we can assist those learners. So that is the reason you are here. That's the only reason, to assist those learners. You don't have a problem. Our learners have a problem. And we are going to share ideas. This is not for the first time I say this one, that every training you must take it as a festival of ideas. You know something which somebody doesn't know of. Or somebody knows something which you don't know of. But as you're going to leave this place on Sunday, you must be like those at church that would say that today I'm a new creation. So when you leave this place, you must be different than when you come here. You came in here. That grab as much information, skills as possible, so that when you go back, assist those learners. You know, last week I was saying that I don't care about the percentage that people are talking about. I'm just worried that the learners I'm talking about are warm bodies. They are not statistics. That if you are teaching mathematics and you are saying that I think out of 30, 18 is going to pass, whose child is not supposed to pass? Whose child does not deserve to have a better future or hope for a better future? Mind you, education is the only hope for us all. So as you are here, take that at the back of your mind to say that I'm going to sit in the training room for the better part of this weekend, so that our learners are going to do well. And I trust Capitec, Standard Bank, ABSA, you name them all, they'll keep what is yours safe. When you go back, you're still going to get it. And you're not going to get into a stampede with other people. You'll be free to deal with those things. Colleagues, you are welcome. We'll be here for the whole weekend. It is 8, every day from 8 to 8. Starting today, we are going to release you at 8 o'clock. Tomorrow, 8 o'clock, we release you at 8 o'clock. Sunday, 8 o'clock, we release you at 1 o'clock. So, aren't we having good hearts to release you early on Sunday? Fine, colleagues, we have a program here, a very short program. And today, I'm happy to indicate that you attempt to be the Johannesburg cluster. And as I've said, that Gauteng, Johannesburg and Gauteng are two same things. As I know them, they are not different. So we have the chief director of Gauteng, that is Ntate Dennis Makwakwa. He is here to just have a word with yourselves, as this is the senior principal in your cluster. Give him a round of applause.
Thanks, Mr. Mhoe. Abshe. Ndimategwane. Sanibonani. Dumelang. Goeienaand. Good evening. Bonoit. Thank you, Program Director, Mr. Mhoe. As you have rightfully indicated, today we are hosting the mighty Johannesburg region. It's not a small Anyana region. It is the mighty region. Because if you look at the number of schools we have in the region, we are the biggest. If you look at the number of learners we present, we're the biggest. If you look at the number of districts we have in the region, we're still the biggest. So it means we have a challenge. And that challenge is that, what is it that we need to do to maintain that status of being the biggest in everything we do? Colleagues, I come here this evening because we're on the eve of a war. And that war is going to be starting in the next few days, when our learners will be writing their prelims, then followed by a battle, which will be the final exams. Now, colleagues, if we go to war, we need everybody on board. And the best soldiers we have in this region are yourselves. We cannot go into war without being prepared. So this session over this weekend is about preparing us for the war, the battle, and to win it this year and forever. But what is this war all about, colleagues? This war is about this region becoming the top region in the province in 2022 and beyond. This war is about all our 5 districts being in the top 5 nationally and provincially. This war is about all our schools getting 100%. This war is about all our subjects performing at 100%. You can feel that it is a big war. But colleagues, I don't want us to be concerned about numbers and percentages and everything. What we should be concerned about is, if we win the war, it means we have managed to give a learner somewhere an opportunity to be a better person in life. Can I repeat, colleagues? That war is about all of us giving a learner an opportunity to be a better person in life. All of us were in matric at some point, and we know how stressful that is. All of us were given an opportunity. If you can look back at the colleagues that you graduated with, some of them are not even have received any employment opportunities. And here we are. Somebody felt that we deserve that opportunity. Mr. Mohuo was talking about Capitec. I don't know what's that. Capitec, Standard Bank, I don't know what he was referring to. But whatever it was, it means everybody gave you an opportunity so that that Capitec can now have a relationship with you. So if you maintain that relationship, you are taking it with care. Even when you dream about that. We're expecting the same to say, as we prepare for this war, we must give it the same treatment. Colleagues, you know that matric started grade 10. Matric started grade 10. So if you are sitting here teaching grade 12, I think you have a responsibility of checking what is happening in grade 10 and 11. Because you alone cannot carry the burden of the school. You need support throughout. But colleagues, sometimes you must tell the truth. And the truth is that the DBE has decided to categorize schools. And they have legislated all schools that are performing below 65%. And then they have termed them, it's law. They have termed them Section 58B schools. Now, if you belong to that school, you must know that it is a school that when we look at it, we believe that this school can do much better. It only needs all of us to throw in our weight to assist that school. Now, Eugene, you would know that a school to be regarded as a Section 58B school, it is not because of the school in totality. It is about the subject, isn't it? It means there are learners who have failed certain subjects, and as they fail those subjects, then they cause the school to be a Section 58B. So I don't want to believe that as we are seated here, you are capable of not giving us 100%. What we need, as Mdadum was saying, is to share ideas, share good practice, so that we get sharpened and make sure that as we go to our institutions, there's something that we can do differently so that those learners can pass. But the unfortunate part about Section 58B schools is that we're giving them a cycle of 3 years. If there's nothing happening in those schools in a period of 3 years, something must happen. And those of you that have managed to visit in their schools, sometimes I do meet with management. If after 3 years the school does not change, then I apply my soccer mentality. You know the soccer mentality? The soccer mentality says if the team does not perform, the coach must go. So I'm worried about Kaizer Chiefs and others one. So whilst I do that, it also says, let's look at the subjects themselves. If the subject does not perform over a period of 3 years, we need to demonstrate the support that we have given that subject for it to perform. And after that period of time and there's no performance, obviously we're going to call you on a one-on-one. Sithe siyazi bowuzizwa ngathi uthisha mara ngathi uthisha kuyakuhlula. Let's try something else. And that should not be a point that we reach. So colleagues, I want to leave you with a challenge. When I looked at the second term results, the picture does not look good. There are 6 subjects in the region that are giving me a nightmare. One subject, and if you are teaching that subject, colleagues, you must know that we are banking on you to help us to turn around the corner. If you are teaching any home language, colleagues, you must look at your results. If your results are less than 100%, the question is, should those learners fail because of you? Can I repeat, colleagues? If you are teaching a home language, and you know when they fail a home language, they fail everything. Must they fail in your name? Never born this. You'll never see him. So I'm begging you, colleagues, I'm pleading with you to say, when we come out of this session, we have a few days to make sure that those learners are supported and they can pass a home language. The second language subject that is a problem is Maths Lit. Maths Lit is a problem because of the number of learners that are taking that subject. Now, if you are sitting here, your Maths Lit is not at 100%, the same question will apply. What is it that is so difficult for you to help those learners to get 100%? If it is a content gap, this session is going to help you to close that gap. The next subject that is a problem for us is geography. Map work. It's like everybody does not know map work. I can tell you that map work, please, if it is map work, let's do something, colleagues. Let's do something about map work, if it is map work. The next subject that is creating a problem for us is LO. And I'm going to tell you why. We cannot analyze results where learners are not getting 100% in LO. It means there's a problem. If you want to see heaven, at least that child must get a distinction in LO, at least that one distinction. The next 2 subjects, you would know that combination is always maths and science. So colleagues, I can go on and on and on. And this is what we are requesting of you. For a learner to pass, just a minimum, you know that we need 340s and 330s, ne? Or 340s and 430s, something like that. So in your subject, at least as a start, make sure that those learners at least get 30%. That's what we're requesting of you for now. Look at your results. If you have got learners in level 1, what we're requesting you to do for us for now, move them to level 2 and 3. Next year, when we meet, we'll up the game. But for this year, this is what. So this training, these sessions, they will equip you with all the skills for you to be able to do that. Colleagues, we have been given a mandate by the MEC. And the mandate is in 2022, all schools that are Section 58B from 2021 results must be eradicated. Tomorrow I'm meeting SMTs of Section 58B schools. So the language is going to be different. It's going to be totally different. So colleagues, I'm begging you, I'm saying, we want to support you. We know you have got everything it takes for you to be the teachers that we saw when we recruited you. We did not make a mistake by recruiting you. We saw something in you. Those learners believe that you are a best teacher. We believe that you are a best teacher. And unfortunately, the only way you can prove to us is by making sure that these learners pass. So we will be analyzing the prelim results. And when we visit you in your school, you must refuse to be part of this group. Did you tell them why they are here? You told them. You were honest to say this group, why they were here. How? Oh, their learners are? Don't sugarcoat it. You must tell them they are not performing. Sisha is straight, ne? And you must refuse to say, Mina, I'm performing. Don't put the learner, because the question will be, if a learner can pass another subject, the very same learner, why is it difficult with your subject? So we'll get into that. So colleagues, in closing, as Mr. Mukho was indicating, if you left home saying you are going for a holiday, you are at the wrong place. This is not a holiday. We are at work here. If you left home as you were driving here, you saw Top Spa. Don't visit that place. It's not meant for you for this weekend. If colleagues, you don't arrive on time, like that was on at 8 o'clock, remember we are still at work. These sessions were negotiated with your unions. Everybody knows that we are here. So any behavior or misbehavior that you demonstrate will be classified accordingly as being at work, and that's what we're expecting. I was supposed to go somewhere, but I felt I can't start there because when I come here, I'll be otherwise, because I'm going to work. So I've received reports about other regions, what they were doing when they were here. People not sleeping, people having big posters written Konka, all sorts of things. I said, I'm going here, I'm coming here. I will be here for the whole weekend. I want to see for myself whether our region can do that. So in closing, I always say to the principals when I address them, do everything that you can do as you would for your own children. Can I repeat, colleagues? Do everything that you do as you do for your own children. These children rely on us. Let's make them proud, because it's all about them. If we reduce the level of unemployment, even the money that you pay for your security is going to reduce, because there will be less criminals breaking into your houses. Because if you go through that, you are breeding more criminals. While you're at work, they'll be busy in your house. And we don't want that. We live in this country. It's a beautiful country. Let's give our learners an opportunity to build this country and make sure that we can look back and say, we're part of the development of this country. I wish you well. As I said, I won't be around, but I know that we're a disciplined team, and together we're going to make the Joburg region proud, our province proud, our country proud. Thank you so much.
Colleagues, clap your hands once more. Just to say something that is not palatable does not mean that you don't love him anymore. He was just saying that you are not doing well. But no, that's fine. This is the purpose of us meeting, so that we correct where we have wrongs. Thank you, Chief Director. And importantly, it is that he's not saying that you must. He's pleading that go out there and do your best. You know, everybody saw no level. How about performing? Barcelona had performing, the principal had performing, the cluster leader had performing. Ever change, ever fit away, how perform. And MEC and Ari, you know what the HOD said the other time? He said that if you're not going to give me results, and he directly said, I think he was telling Sisbongi Florence, at so the chief director is going to say to the director, you are not going to remain here. When the HOD says that you are not delivering, the director is going to say to the second manager, goes that way, and at some time it will be short-circuited. That no, just wait a minute, let me remove this ones first, then check whether I can perform. That is what you are saying, that underperformance, it is a misconduct. Ne? I say as thank you very much, colleagues, and I think that the chief director, importantly, was talking about the low-hanging fruits, which we leave and then jump to those up there in the tree. So as we go back to schools, because you are not, some of you are not teaching this subject, particularly the languages. Talk to your colleagues in your staff rooms about them, that you are going to kill us. You know, it becomes better if it's not said by the principal, but we talk amongst ourselves in the staff room to say that, but you are banking classes. How do you expect that as a school we are going to improve? Do you like it when we have 7 facilitators coming to the district in the morning, and during the day the cluster leader is at the district, and later it will be other mentors and coaches coming to the same school? Go to class and do your work. That is something that we can deal with. Ne? Easy like that. Thank you. I'm going to get Mr. Keswa from Teacher Development. Just a few words. The reason that we brought Mr. Keswa here, it is we missed some educators to come to this session from other regions. And we think that it is important that we inculcate into you the culture of educator training and development in Gauteng, that you do what we call RSVP. So that a person can make preparations. Some of you don't do RSVP, and you only come into a training room and expect to be given data, giving training material, while you didn't do that. So Walter is going to just say a sentence around that.
Good evening, colleagues. How are you? Good evening, colleagues. How are you? Are you angry? Are you still fine? Do you agree with what the chief director is saying? Okay. I know you agree. Colleagues said there is something that is very important. One of the reasons I'm here, it has been stated, it's what we call the teacher development data management system. This system, colleagues, it's one of the policies that was signed by the HOD in 2020, August on the 30th. The system assists us to be able to manage all our teacher development processes. We expect that each and every single one of you that is sitting here this evening should have registered on the system. Now, once you register on the system and you do it just once, like when you register with any other institution of higher learning, you will register once. After registration, what we expect you to do on continuous basis is to enroll for the different training programs that we offer as a province. Now, this is just but one of those programs. And as the Chief Director has indicated, all our training programs are ratified, negotiated with our teacher unions, all our teacher unions. Now, it's very important for you to keep on checking on the system. What programs are we offering? It's not only SIP, but we've got programs on ICT that will assist you to integrate ICTs in your school. I know for a fact that some of you have got ICT infrastructure in your schools, but that ICT infrastructure has to be properly utilized to ensure that you integrate ICTs to improve the results of your schools. That is important for you to ensure that check all the programs that are offered and enroll yourself for a program that you know will help you to improve your results. Over and above that, the main challenge that we are sitting with is that once you enroll on the system, you need to also indicate to your principal that you have enrolled so that your principal can approve for you to attend the training. If you are not approved by your principal, the challenge is that we will not have you on the register of people that are supposed to attend the training. But once the principal approves, then we all of yourselves, we know all of yourselves here, because we have that register. Now, the Chief Director said something very important as well, that if a team does not perform, the coach goes. But he went further to say there will be a time, and I'll cite an example with Kaizer Chiefs as well, where the players will be released from the team because the players still as themselves are not performing. Colleagues, listen. He said we will call you and say, as a teacher, you are struggling and we're thinking that you need to do something else. Now let me tell you about the system. The system keeps reports. It keeps all the reports of individual teachers, individual schools that are taking part in developmental programs. Now, when that period comes for an accounting session to take place, one thing that we will do going forward is to look into the system, pull a report of your school, and we check if the teachers in your school as a principal are attending developmental programs. We check as well a particular teacher for a particular subject that is not performing well. If that person takes the opportunity, like you have taken the opportunity this evening for this weekend, to make sure that you improve yourself so that you can be able to improve the results as well. So it's very important that every single individual who is in a school as an educator must register on the system and enroll for different training programs so that you can cover yourself as well when that report is pulled out. I hope you understand. Over and above that, The system assists us to be able to know how many people are coming, so that each and every single one of you can be catered for in terms of the rooms that you are going to be sleeping in, catering as well. And remember that we are using hybrid model of training, where we have face-to-face, we also have virtual training and online training. For virtual training, we're supposed to give you the data for you to be able to attend the training. But if we don't know who is coming to the training, we're not going to be able to do that. So it's very important, colleagues, and please preach the message as well at your schools. It's very important that you make sure that you register. The registration link, most of you, because you are here, we're preaching to the converted. That is the registration link that you're supposed to use when you register for on the system and enroll for the different training programs. I've alluded to the training schedule, that we upload a new training schedule every single quarter. Right now, as we speak, an email went through to all the project managers at head office who are busy, who are responsible for training programs, to say, please submit your training schedule, which has been ratified for the next quarter, which is October, November, December, so that by the end of September, we will have uploaded the training schedule on the system. And we'll do the same around November for January, February, March. So the system is always open. Check the system, register yourself. Another challenge is that we've got limited numbers, and most of you have experienced that. When you want to enroll on the system, you'll find the system saying full, because we were looking at 700 teachers. Once the 700 teachers enroll in the system, it will say full. So make sure that you enroll while there is still time. Okay, approval, I've spoken to that. Enrollment and approval, I've spoken to that, and I think this is the slide point, the last point. Colleagues, please make sure that you embrace the system and embrace your teacher development, because we need to improve ourselves as educators to make sure that we get better results in our schools. We don't even want to see half of yourselves next time. We want to have an empty hall. We don't want to plan for this kind of training. So please, we appreciate the fact that you are here, but embrace the training and development programs that we offer, and register and enroll on the system. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm moving very fast now. You are bad, ne? When I say RSVP, how can I get to memo? Play it out, jump back out. So let's get a rate or so you come here after you have enrolled, so that we treat you like an important guest. But if you are here and we don't have you on the list, and it's not going to be nice. Ne? We're going to have Mr. Ltoba, also with one slide, and then we'll be moving very fast. Mind you, the chief director talked about Konka. We're still going to talk about that Konka, so that we avoid that. Ne? We had Konka here last week. So, abantu bangaholanga, kabanga mawasabaholi, so sizilungisa ngapha before.
Program Director, thank you very much. Colleagues, the purpose of my presentation this evening, even before I say good evening to you all, is just to say we are here for professional development. Training is but one of the strategies that is offered under professional development. There are many other strategies that can be employed to empower ourselves as teachers. And one of those strategies is professional learning communities. And good evening. Colleagues, you are here today, this evening for the whole weekend. As a directorate, together with our training agents, Matthew Goniwe, we have prepared the best way we can to make sure that this training becomes a success. We have prepared quality material for you. We have prepared quality trainers for you. And I think